Hi, I'm Norrin, and I love this. Today we will be continuing our look at the 8 sensible gifts for Hanukkah from Cards Against Humanity, and I am excited for this one, folks. The reason being we have Night 4 here in my hands, and just because all 3 of the previous packages were exactly the same, I can tell you this one is not socks. Let's see what it is. We have got the Jew Pack Part 1. Cards Against Humanity cards, always a welcome gift. We've got those guys. We've got 2 letters today. Ooh, we've got a certificate. $1 Cards Against Humanity U.S. Treasury Inflation Protected Securities Fund. This is to certify that the bearer of this certificate is owner of 1/150,000th of the interest-bearing securities now in the hands of the trustees of the Cards Against Humanity U.S. Treasury Inflation Protected Securities Fund, and that out of the proceeds of such bond, the trustees will pay to the bearer of such certificates. The trustees will pay to the bearer as such certificates are marketed. This certificate is one of an issue of $150,000 as valued on the date of insurance, the 10th of November 2015. The bearer's share of which this certificate is evidence of ownership is valued at $1 as of said date. A report of the current value of the bearer's share of the security fund has been made available online at Cards Against Humanity U.S. Treasury Inflation Protected Securities Fund.com. This share may be exchanged for United States currency at market value no sooner than the 1st of January 2017 and no later than the 15th of April 2017 at said internet address using the secure address code provided. All right. Stock certificates. Show that off. Treasures. I approve. Okay, 2 gifts then. All right, and today's letter, I'm going to say written by David's dad. On Thrift. They say that there is no time like the present, and who knows what tomorrow may bring. There is also no time like the future, and indeed, who does know what tomorrow may bring. Thrift and investment can help assure a happier tomorrow, come what may, and the peace of mind that accompanies thrift can assure a happier today. At your age, you probably don't require too much money to be happy. Enough to pay the rent for your studio apartment, buy a few beers, and play a cheap card game. But before you know it, you might be changing diapers in a 2-bedroom apartment. You may be astonished as the bills pile up. Eventually, you might want your own home, and you might even have to pay college tuition for your children. Getting old is expensive. I should mention that I am an academic economist at Northwestern University. Economists say that if you want a happy life, you should make sure that you always have enough money to pay for the essential things. Right now, those essentials are probably pretty minimal. Do you really need to spend $200 to see Taylor Swift or the Foo Fighters? Really? $80 for the Minecraft game band? Give me a break. As you grow older, your real essentials will multiply. If you don't put aside a bit of cash when you are young, you may regret it when you are old. Face the facts. It will take you about 1 day to get over missing that concert, but you will never get over it if you don't have enough money to support yourself and your family. That is the important lesson that every thrifty person has already learned. How much should you save? That varies according to your circumstances and your stage in life. A 25-year-old who makes $30,000 annually might find it difficult to put aside very much money. But there is no income threshold for prudence, and that 25-year-old can start an important habit and provide some future security by saving just $1,000 annually, earning just 3%. That 25-year, would have nearly $50,000 by age 50, an ample rainy day fund. Sadly, many Americans are not nearly so prudent. One survey found that 45% of working Americans have less than $10,000 in savings. An astonishing 28% have saved less than $1,000. Don't be those people. Perhaps I have convinced you to start investing for the future. What is the best investment? This has been extensively researched, and the findings might startle you. Suffice it to say that the movement of stock prices reflects the collective wisdom of all buyers and sellers, and that no one, and I mean no one, has yet proven that they can consistently beat the wisdom of the crowd. This means that no individual investor can consistently outperform the market average or consistently predict when the market will go up or down. You might as well try to predict the toss of a coin. This makes investing easy. Just choose a diversified portfolio to match your tolerances for risk. Most young investors could do far worse than to purchase a stock index fund. If you're willing to tolerate a bit more risk with the potential of a higher return, then buy a technology or developing markets fund. Want less risk and more guaranteed return? Then mix in a municipal bond fund. Whatever you do, don't try to pick individual winners unless you are doing it for fun. The brokerage fees will kill you, and you will almost surely earn less than if you stuck to index funds. Even hedge fund managers have failed to outperform market indices. Being thrifty doesn't require extraordinary sacrifice. There is no need to wear a hair shirt today so that you can afford a BMW in the future. But don't overspend today and leave the future up for grabs. Just a little bit aside each month and let it grow. Years from now, when life has gotten way more expensive and unpredictable, your future self will be glad that you were so virtuous. Excuse me. Once again, sage advice from David's dad. I'm certain, once again, that there was probably a nod to the metagame in there. I apologize, I have not been paying nearly as much attention to that as I should have been. But all the clues they sent me will be provided in the video, and a link to the game itself is in the notes, so by all means play along if you are enjoying it. Let's see here. We've got 5 cards in that pocket. We've got 5 cards in that pocket. And again, 5 cards in the third pocket. Alright, we'll go ahead and get some scans and close-ups of this stuff. Alright, and that has been our look at the cards that they sent us. Once again, the Jew Pack Part 1. I want to thank you guys for joining us this time, and I look forward to seeing you next time. This has been Norrin with another episode of I Love This. Make sure to tune in next time, leave your comments or suggestions below, and if you like what you see, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons. Until next time.